Have you ever spent 20 minutes analyzing a simple text message before replying? Or laid awake at 2 a.m. imagining all the ways a future conversation could go wrong? Let's make it clear. People usually call this overthinking, but there's a good chance your brain isn't broken at all. It might just be running in overdrive. We usually associate intelligence with quick thinking and problem solving, but highly intelligent people are also more likely to get trapped in loops of thought. Why? Part of the answer comes down to something called cognitive capacity. Think of your brain like a computer processor. A basic processor handles one task at a time, but a powerful processor can run multiple heavy programs simultaneously. A highly active brain can generate dozens of possibilities almost instantly. Possible outcomes, possible mistakes, possible futures, and that sounds useful until your brain starts analyzing all of them equally. But this still isn't the main reason overthinking happens. There's something deeper going on. It's called pattern recognition. Intelligent brains are extremely good at connecting information. So when someone gives you a slightly unusual look, your brain doesn't just notice the moment. It starts linking that moment to other things. A tone of voice from yesterday, a comment from last week, a memory from years ago. Suddenly, one small interaction becomes a huge mental web of possibilities. And there's another layer to this. Scientists often connect overthinking to something called the default mode network, or DMN. This is a network in your brain that becomes active when you're resting, reflecting, or thinking about yourself. And in some highly analytical people, it can be especially active. So when there's no immediate problem to solve, your brain sometimes creates one, which leads to a huge realization. You're not overthinking because you're weak. You're overthinking because your brain treats uncertainty like a problem that must be solved. Your mind keeps searching for the perfect explanation, the perfect prediction, the perfect answer. But real life doesn't work that way. And that's the mindset shift that changes everything. The next time you catch yourself spiraling, recognize what's actually happening. Your brain is a powerful engine looking for a task, so give it something useful to work on. Redirect that mental energy away from imaginary futures and towards something real. Read something challenging. Learn a difficult skill. Build something. Solve an actual problem. Because overthinking is often what happens when a powerful brain has too many possibilities and no clear stopping point. Your intelligence allows you to see more patterns, predict more outcomes, and imagine more futures than most people around you. But when your brain keeps searching for certainty in an uncertain world, it gets stuck in a loop. So the real problem was never that your brain thinks too much. It's that your brain doesn't always know when thinking is no longer useful. And once you understand that, everything starts making more sense. You stop seeing yourself as broken or too anxious, and start realizing your brain is simply powerful, without a built-in off switch. That's why intelligent people often overthink more. Not because they are weak, but because their minds are designed to process more than they can comfortably close. Now you understand what's actually happening inside your mind when you spiral into overthinking. Subscribe if you want everything made clear, because understanding your own psychology is the first step to finally gaining control over it.